Hello and welcome back to Camp Sue. Today, going to do a different type of card reading. I'm going to do a reading where it's going to be a message from the fairy realm. Using my fairy cards, the Faeries Oracle by Froud. So before we begin, I'd like to say a little prayer to start. I open my heart to divine wisdom. I ask for unconditional love and the highest levels of white light available to me to enter my heart. In this sacred space, I open to grace, healing, protection, and blessing. So be it. So let's begin. So today, let's ask the Fae, what messages do they have for us? What messages do you have for anyone watching this video at any particular time? Oh, is that too many? That's way too many. All right. Here we go. All right, so interesting. We got these three came out face up. This guy always reminds me of like your shadow self. The hidden enemy within you, that's yourself. The one that self-sabotages. The one that's like the doubter that gives you like, oh, you can't do that. When, yeah, you can. So it's like the energy of a 7 with the 6 and 1 together is a 7. And 7 to me is always like some kind of karmic journey. It's like having the courage to keep going forward. There's some unity here, where it's like we're all of us are one. So this is just saying, one. We are one. We are all of the same consciousness. I'm being reminded by one of my very first teachers, and he talked about energy and how God created all of us. And I think it's more of like a Buddhist kind of a tradition, a religion, or I'm not even sure what to call it, concept. But what he told us was one day God was bored. So here's like God's bored. And he wanted to add a little spice. So he exploded. And he exploded into millions and billions of sparks of light, infinite number. So all of these sparks of light are you and me, because we're all really part of that same God source. And our whole mission in life is to live and to do everything the best we can, like living on the highest, for the highest good, really doing the best to take care of yourself and not trying to make yourself feel better by looking down on somebody else. So anyway, this story with the sparks and everybody comes back together, that's like the whole point of life. So in this, I see fairies here coming up, little tiny fairies. And the Fae, I tell the kids, now I'm just hearing the story that I tell the kids, because I tell the kids fairy stories. And I'm being reminded about the fairy doors. Now, there's a lot about the fairy doors, and I don't have one here to show you, because I've left them all out in the woods. The ones that I do have are the ones that I had painted. But the fairy doors, that's like the opening to your higher self, your consciousness, your ability to do it all, because it's one. You get the one number. It's the magician in tarot. It's new beginnings. It's starting. It's creating. It's just pulling in all that energy, even energy from the fairy realm, and the doors and opening doors. That love is an open door. That's what I'm hearing. Love is an open door. So love will allow us to become more united. And this inner critic will try to rear its ugly head. But then it's up to the poet to own the poet. And it's looking within yourself and finding the answers and the keys within you to get back to the unity. And see how he's looking away? It's like, don't pay any attention. Look away. And know that this inner critic is just fear. Something fear. Fear. All right, so what do we got here? These two popped out also. Huh, look at that. The soul shrinker. This one was kind of I was getting to that point on here with the soul shrinker. Now, the soul shrinker is somebody that talks negatively about someone else to try to build themselves up. Bullying and just, just really being nasty, like this guy here. But then there's the singers of the healing. That's like somebody, the consciousness, like this group, whoever's watching this video. All of us, also a 1. 1 and 0 would make it a 1. So there is unity, there is oneness, the one, like Ra, the order of one. And in this one, I can see like the consciousness, the head rising up from the heart healing. So what else can we know here, Faye? What can you tell us? What more can you tell us, Fairies? What is it whoever's watching this needs to hear? The Oak Man. The Oak Man. These are the men. Like sometimes I'll walk Norbert in the woods and I'll see this oak man in different trees. And when you look, you can see the intensity, the guardianship. See, this here looks like Norbert to me. Norbert, I think he was named after the dragon in Harry Potter, and that kind of looks like that dragon. But the oak man, the wisdom, just knowing that time passes, time heals all wounds, even the soul shrinker guy. It's going to really take care of it. So what else do we have? Okay. All right. What else can we be saying here? Okay. Oh, these look like they want to come out, so we'll take these 3 cards. All right, so we have, I have a hard time reading these. Nettis the Alchemist. Okay, so this is creating. Thoughts are real. Creating, manifesting what it is that you want. The consciousness, raising your consciousness, because through thoughts are real. We can create all of that. All of what we want, we can create, good and bad. The sage, the wise one. It's like the oak men. So it's like being still, being quiet, the hidden wisdom. Facing those fears, the shadows, really doing your best not to bully yourself. Because a lot of times we bully ourselves into not doing something because of fear, just to have some kind of an excuse so that we can feel better. So don't become the soul shrinker on your own self. See, there's the soul shrinker and the wise one. Taking that journey, taking that step, taking that leap of faith. There's the orb, the roundness, the energy that you feel when you hold your hands. When I've been meditating, I've been feeling like this energy, and I've been asking it, okay, what's your name? And it says it's life. So it feels like life. So life is a journey where you gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge, where you're the alchemist, you're the creator. It's up to you how you choose to treat yourself. Are you going to be mean to yourself? Are you going to try to keep yourself separate from the unity? Do you want to keep in this energy of the guy who just wants to steal your joy? Kind of like the mischievous fairies, the story that I tell the kids, that they got to keep their rooms clean and keep things in order. Even your thoughts, you got to keep your thoughts in order, because the mischievous fairies, like this guy, they'll come and wreak havoc. But just keep your back to that. Be aware, but don't get sucked into it. Allow yourself to heal. And when you heal, you end up healing the others, because we're all part of one. We're all part of the whole. And it's a journey that we're all in together, every one of us on this planet. Every one of us. So let's see. We're going to do a oracle card. We'll see what the oracle card has to say. Action. So taking action, going on that journey. See, we're walking here. Yeah, we're walking. We're walking, we're taking action. That's the only way we're going to get through whatever it is that each of us has to get through ourselves. And it almost feels like the whole division, the divisiveness everywhere. Like people just want to always be right. Compromise. There needs to be more compromise. In love. And getting in touch. You see how the healer is in the center. The healer is you. The one watching, listening. And it's up to you to tie in the wisdom and the soul shrinking, to really understand that. To use your discernment with this wiseness of the sage. And creating what it is that you wish, and then take an action to just keep going forward, moving. And with that, I say namaste, and thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again as soon as I feel inspired to do another card reading. Thank you.